Our route back to Kentucky was influenced by the crisp November temps. We needed to stay as far south as possible to avoid freezing the pipes on our water heater. We followed the curve of the Gulf and aimed for Louisiana, which is one of our favorite states. First stop, though, was snacks at Buc-ee's. It was Brian's first time seeing the craziness. He chose candied cashews, but wanted to save them for after dinner. More on that later. Driving through Houston felt like a jungle of highways. I love national parks and forests, but I'm also fascinated by civil engineering and metropolitan planning. Our goals for this nomad life include spending time in major cities too, not just the great outdoors. As the day faded, I specifically remember thinking, wow, I cannot believe we're at the end of this. What a whirlwind of a trip. Even though we were exhausted, we still tried to soak up all of the scenery and jot down notes for things to come back and see later. You know, like all of San Antonio and Houston, since we flew through this time. We stopped in Lake Charles, Louisiana to eat one of our favorite meals, gumbo and po' boys. Normally Tank behaves himself in the truck, but this time while we were inside eating dinner, Tank decided to jump in the front seat and ate every one of those cashews. Thankfully, cashews aren't poisonous for dogs, but I was still worried that the candy coating might have contained xylitol, which can be toxic for dogs. We're usually pretty mindful of what's in his reach, but that one slipped through the cracks. He pooped whole cashews for a few days, but was totally fine otherwise.
Check it out, check it out, check it out.
Oh, cool. After a quick sleep at a truck stop near Lake Charles, we stopped for breakfast at the Ruby Slipper in Baton Rouge. We have a special place in our hearts for the food in Louisiana, so we really enjoyed that meal. When we picked that restaurant, we didn't realize it would be so close to LSU's football stadium. We also didn't realize there was a game going on that day. So while we waited in line, I was talking to a guy about his very colorful game day attire, and he gestured towards my hat and said, "They make them in your colors too." I didn't think anything of it because I was just wearing my favorite hat from a company called the Black Dog, but after looking around the restaurant at other football fans, I realized my hat was the exact colors and mascot of the opposing team. So I told the guy, "I swear it's just a coincidence. Go Tigers!" I guess it was one of those you just had to be there kind of moments, but it was pretty funny. Then we made a big push to Jackson, Tennessee to stay the night on our friend's property. It was so great to catch up with them, but yet again, I did not snap a photo. We were so tired by that point. The next day, we pulled into good old Bowling Green, Kentucky to spend time with family and friends for the holidays, thus ending this series and our first major trek as nomads. It may not have turned out the way we thought it would, but we learned a lot and we made some incredible memories. So what have we been doing since the trip out west? Well, essentially we've been in a limbo waiting for our big rig to start being built. We've been recalling those kindergarten lessons and patiently waiting for our turn in the queue.
We originally intended to chase fair weather and Julie would find gig work around the States. But as it turns out, we really haven't left Kentucky very much. In June of 24, we had 2 wonderful but very hot weeks of climbing in the Red River Gorge of Kentucky, which has quickly become one of our favorite places in the United States. Every time we go there, it feels more and more like we're going home.
In July of 24, my oldest brother had a medical emergency and I needed to take over executor duties for our dad's estate so that we could close it. We had a hell of a time wrapping all that up. I will not get into all of those details. Just trust me, it was very stressful. So we've had to be caretakers for a good bit of my family during this time as well.
In November of 24, we traveled with climbing friends to a new place, Obed Wild and Scenic River in Tennessee, where Julie used her ascending gear for the first time to capture content up on the wall. We need more of that, please.
As far as work goes, I landed a long-term video gig with Tracks Off Grid in Louisville, Kentucky. It's the same shop that's building our big rig. Steve said that they needed more content for their YouTube channel, so while ours is in the queue, I've been following all of their other builds and producing more content for them. We also caravanned with them to Overland Expo East at the end of 2024. We had so much fun. It didn't feel like work at all. Because of going up there regularly and seeing the amazing work that they do, Brian and I are confident that the wait will be worth it, and we're gonna end up with a really awesome rig.
The absolute best part of 2024 was that our daughter got married. They threw an epic Halloween wedding and had the best night ever. I'll never forget the ways that people showed up for our kids to make their wedding so special.
But 2025 has had its ups and downs too. A couple of positives to mention: I had LASIK so that I would feel safer without having to look for glasses all the time. I have absolutely loved having clearer vision, and I wish I had done it sooner. But also, we've attended 4 concerts this year, each one vastly different, but awesome in their own ways.
But mostly in 2025, we've had to dig deep to keep our eyes fixed on our long-term goals because life has just been crazy. I know we're not the only ones who feel like we're being pulled in a million different directions.
So why are we spilling all of this tea? Because sometimes life is puppies and rainbows, and sometimes life is disheartening. We could easily get sucked into the negative traps of life, but we're thankful that we have each other and this goal, and we're working towards it together. Stick around with us. We have much more to share. Coming up next is the build series for our big rig. After that, we have a goal to travel all around the United States and recreate my grandparents' travel photos. We're calling that project Rosie's Road Trip.
Please subscribe to our channel and consider our virtual tip jar on goeatsydoo.com. We have lots more to see in this big country of ours, and hopefully we'll be traveling outside the country too eventually.
All right, that's it. Thanks for following along. See ya.
See ya. I think that's the last thing we need, right? My is sweating.
Oh my God, it was not recording. I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
That's not funny. That was just mean. You're a mean girl.
I'm a mean girl. How do I stop this thing?